What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing good. So today's video, y'all, is actually going to be on something that I think we all know about, and we've probably all maybe have participated in it before. Even if we were young, when we were younger, some people participate in it now, willingly, and it's the way they live, and they're happy with that. And if that's you, then that's great. But the topic is basically on hookup culture and how to get out of it, if that is not what you want. If it makes you happy, if that's how you live your life and you don't want to change, then good for you. Follow your path. Because everybody's going to be different, and this is in no way hating on people who are into hookups, because I know a lot of people who are actually very good people, very good-hearted. That's how they do it, makes them happy. So, but y'all, this video is for those of us who, that is just not who we are. And it's so, especially in the gay world, it's just so dominant right now, and it's in your face, really. And it's something that I always felt like I couldn't escape it. I always felt I was kind of an outcast, because I didn't want to participate in that. I didn't feel comfortable doing it. I just have never been the type who is able to have like sexual relations with someone who I didn't really know. I never could do it. It did not work for me. I had experiences when I was younger, and I learned very quickly that that's not me. That's not what I like. Sex has never really been a huge thing for me, really. It's nice and I enjoy it in a relationship, but it has never been something I have ever wanted or needed so bad that I had to go out and seek it from somebody that I didn't really know, or just meet some random person and do it. I don't know. I've always just had an issue with, I guess, sharing my body with someone that I don't know, because I don't trust them. You don't never know about their sexual health, if they have any kind of, STDs or anything like that, because people lie about that crap all the time. I know several people that has happened to, that they were lied, and then, they're stuck with something for the rest of their life because of, some immoral person who just wanted a quick fling, a quick hookup. But, guys, and I just always, like, when I would get on dating apps, I actually was on there to genuinely get to know someone and to meet somebody. That's just truly what I wanted. I've always been the type who sought out long-term stuff. I had some very short relationships that were, I look back and they were more of a fling, but during that time, that's not what I was looking for. That's just kind of what it turned out to be. And that's normal. That's happened to so many people. Everybody's going to go through their share of relationships, and some are going to last longer than others. So, that's normal. But, I just look back when I was single, and when I would be on the dating websites, on like Tinder. I would match with people, and I would always, I was attracted to them. I thought they were very nice looking. We had some of the same interests, and there actually seemed like there could be some connection there. But it's like, almost like they had this facade. It was like a front, because what they were really looking for was just really a hookup. Because very quickly into talking and meeting, it would kind of get very sexual real quick, and that's normally when I could really kind of pick up on it and tell that this really was going nowhere. Because I've had that happen before. I've had some experiences where that's all I was used for, and poor dumb young stupid me, I didn't realize that, because I grew up in a very small town in the South. I grew up kind of sheltered, and I grew up, y'all, the example of love that I had between a married couple it was always a very good, very positive. My parents have been together since my mom, they got married just a few days after she turned 18 years old. They started dating when she was 16. He's the only boyfriend my mom has ever had. My dad was married once before my mom. He's a few years older than her. He was married once for a very, very short time. It didn't work out, and then they met, and they have been together ever since. They've been together like almost I think it's like 35 years, so, or closer to 40. They married in 89, so I think it's 35. But, and they just always had a wonderful relationship. I never remember, they've never separated. Growing up, yes, they would get irritated with each other, as every married couple does. And I know they had arguments. I remember seeing a few of them, but I'm sure a lot of them they had, whenever me and my brother, we were not around. I know that's something they didn't really particularly want to do in front of us. And I feel the same way. I'm very glad they did that, because I just, I didn't want to, I'm glad that I didn't grow up in a home with a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting, bickering, all that. And so, I never really saw that a lot. And they always got along great. There was never no violence. I didn't grow up around any kind of drugs or not even drinking, really. Very rarely I don't remember ever seeing my dad drink. I know he did a lot when he was younger, and I don't ever remember seeing my mom drink a lot. She would, like, every once in a while. And so the example I had was two people that they really loved each other, and they always stuck together. And, they have it in their heart, in their mind, that they will always be together no matter what. I didn't grow up in a family that was broken apart or very dysfunctional. So, I had a good example, and I didn't realize that a lot of people don't have that until I got older and I really started getting out there and, started meeting people and started dating. And I was like, wow. I was like, I really was very lucky, because almost everybody, y'all, that I have been in a relationship with, except for when I was married, came from a family that was divorced. It was a broken family, and their families had a lot more issues and a lot more problems than what I was used to growing up. Yes, my family had problems. We all have problems. But they learned, I guess the thing with mine is they didn't let the problems overtake their love for each other. They didn't let their problems run their life. They didn't really, and they didn't like drama. So that's, I think that's a very important thing in having a healthy relationship, is you got to learn how to handle arguments. But, anyways, y'all, since that was my example, I have always looked for that, because that is what I'm comfortable with. And, it's just, I would get out there and start dating people. And to me, that's how it was just supposed to be. I thought that's just how everybody was. But, I was so wrong, because so many people, I feel like, grew up with such a bad example of love. And, they get this thought or this idea in their mind that love's not going to last. Or either they feel like they need sex in order to feel a connection with somebody. And I just don't understand that, because I don't need sex to feel a connection with someone. I can be attracted to someone, but it's like I can control my urges. I don't feel the need to, really take it to the next level so quickly. And so that used to bug me, y'all, like when I would meet someone and it's like they just wanted to get on that topic so fast. And no, I'm not, I don't sit and think sex is this awful, like, taboo thing. It is natural. It's a part of life. That's how I got here. And it's really, it's not a big deal. It's not dirty. It's not nasty, but it's the fact of being used for that, or being used for anything, really. So, it was very disheartening. And I realized that, wow, I feel like such an outcast, almost like a loser. And people would, talk to me or ask me questions, and I would, they would catch on, or either I would tell them my thoughts and feelings on hookups and on having sex. And it's, they really thought that I was probably a loser. I'm pretty sure, because I could kind of catch that vibe. They thought because I was not like that I was probably no fun, or just such a prude, or stuck up and snobby. And, and that's really not the case at all. I was just, I've always known what I wanted from a man. And I have settled before, and I learned my lesson big time about doing that, because I got some of the relationships that I had been into where I settled, it was a shit show, and I will never, ever settle again, ever. I would rather be alone for the rest of my life, instead of settling into a partnership where I'm unhappy with, or that I'm being used in. And because I'm not going to live my life like that. I want a happy life. I deserve a happy life. And I'm going to do the best I can to make sure that I get that, and that I do what is best for me. But, you know, and a lot of people, unfortunately, they settle. They just, or, you know, they're looking so hard for a quick fling because to them, they base sex and love are just, they are the same thing. Like, it's, I don't know, that's what it seems like to me. Sex and love, you know, they do go together. That's not, you know, I'm saying they don't, I'm not saying they don't go together. You know, but, I mean, you can love someone without having sex with them, but, you know, I feel like a lot, especially a lot of gay men, they just have in their mind that sex is so important. Sex is love. Sex is all there is. And, you know, that's something that, you know, you just need to do. And I feel like, honestly, a lot of people are involved with the hookup culture and they really don't want to be, but they just think that's how it is, especially in the gay community. They think this is what is supposed to happen. I'm supposed to do this. You know, I'm supposed to just be on Grindr. That's what we do. It's, and you know, and I'm sure a lot of people just really, they don't want to be on it, because I know so many people, y'all, they'll download it, all right, talk to someone, maybe meet up with someone, then they'll delete it, and just, they'll download it, delete it, and you know, and they'll keep going back and forth because, you know, it's like a cycle. When they have it downloaded and they meet someone, they feel dirty, they're like, oh, this is nasty, this is stupid, and they delete it. But I mean, that's just something that Grindr is just such a huge thing in the gay world. Is, you know, we've all been on it, we've all had it, and you know, we all know how it is. And it's just like, even people who are in relationships still have Grindr on their phone. And I mean, a lot of these people, I'm sure, are doing it secretly, but I actually do know people that, you know, they're okay with that in their relationship. Each one has Grindr on their phone and they're talking to people, whatever. And you know, if that's you and you are comfortable with that, then that's none of my business at all. You know, you do you be happy. Don't listen to what nobody else, you know, tells you. Don't take, and don't even, you know, don't listen to my opinion on this if that's not how you feel. But, you know, if you are in a relationship to where you, and that is going on and you're uncomfortable with it, you know, I absolutely understand that, because I would be so uncomfortable with that. And, you know, for a while there, I just would sit and think, you know, am I a prude? You know, do I really need to kind of chill out? And do I need to kind of settle into that world and do those things in order for me to find love? And I decided quickly that I'm not doing it, because that is just not who I am. You know, and one of the ways, y'all, that I really did escape the hookup culture is I really kept my eye out for like red flags on people that, you know, I could tell that's kind of what it was leaning towards. And, you know, the red flags were, you know, it was just some of the basic stuff. And like I said earlier, you know, getting on the subject of sex too quickly, or, you know, feeling, you know, or, you know, thinking this is too good to be true because someone is just Mr. Perfect, and, you know, they kiss your ass, you know, 24/7 until, you know, because a lot of times in my past, those were the people that as soon as you slept with them, they would gone. They would vanish, block you, never hear from them again. So I just kind of watched out for those things. And, you know, guys, if you are also, you know, one of those guys that, you know, you feel lost, you feel like you're an outcast because you don't participate in those type of things, you know, don't give up hope, because you will find somebody out there like you, because they do exist. Because right here's one that it does exist. And I used to also think, you know, I'm never going to find anybody. Nobody like me is out there. But there is, because I have met them, you know. And I may not have ever been in a relationship with them. The connection may not have ever been there. But I do know people that are like me. And I know that, you know, there's people that will actually care about you, and they don't want to use you just for sex. They actually really, you know, want to help you, nurture you, and grow with you, and just be the best partner they possibly can be. So, guys, I really hope y'all took something from this video. You know, I appreciate y'all watching my channel. It's grown so fast, and I'm so appreciative of it. And I'm trying to upload more videos because I'm really trying to get it on the ball. I finally, because I got monetized a while back on YouTube, and it happened very fast, very quickly, and I'm so blessed. And so I'm trying to continue on trucking along, and, you know, trying to make this channel grow and do the best that I can. And so, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this content. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I will see y'all shortly with another video. Thank you, guys. Bye.